right. Well, we were kind of juggling things around, and to be honest, I'm waiting on a text that will be the instigator of you come pick up your bike from the shop and let's get rolling. Hey, I like the sound of that. So until then, I got a little time on my hands, and I was supposed to come back the very next morning. And at the end of this, I have a there's a comment I left. I mean, I know where to find it, and I thought it kind of expand on a topic, but being I interrupted the song so many times, I thought just for S's and G's, we just listen to it once. Ren, Webby, Instigator. Still fun. All right, these are 2 days, and I'm not gonna spend the whole time interrupting it. But I'd say for like the third or fourth listen now, it's still I just find this I find the vocals catchy and happy, and with the subject matter the way it is, it's just awesome.
Sell $1 for a dime. Watch the world collapse. I'm driving across that county line. Once I do, I won't look back. Daylight knocking at my door. Step into the sun in times of peace. I'll go to war. Instigator. Steady with it, like machete with it, heavy with it, shred and kill it.
But wait a minute, I already did it.
Webby did it. Welcome to the clinic, I'm a surgeon cutting lyrics and raising spirits in this motherfucker. Step to the rhythm, shovel, treble and bass. This culture is a breeding ground for my mistakes. I pray for a better way to waste my time. Don't wait until tomorrow when I take what's mine. Cold and calculated, that's the instigator. Not intimidated, I'm a force of nature. Fate dictates a place where the penny will drop. Heads roll, come and let the guillotine chop. Sell $1 for a dime. Watch the world collapse. I'm driving across that county line. Once I do, I won't look back. Daylight knocking at my door. Step into the sun in times of peace. I'll go to war. Instigator.
Locked in, you could get got. Light a cig with the dead eye for the headshot. Feds watch, we the sickest puppies in the pet shop.
And they ain't fucking with the sick boy in the web truck.
Hell nah, we them whack jobs with the mice fours. Strike first, the attack dogs. We ignite wars, run things from a dark cell. Let the psych ward choke them to death with the mic cord. See, I went to battle in Athens. I spilled the blood of Olympus. Stepped through the ashes of castles and torn asunder. My critics, they'll read me on a hieroglyphics with King Tut as my witness. Then turned and murdered them for witnessing like government business. Don't give a fuck about riches, the power, money, your bitches. There ain't a thing I got in common with the one of you bitches. I just want blood on the fucking blade that I stuck in you bitches. And get a workout shovel in the grave I dug for you bitches. Well,
sell $1 for a dime. Watch the world collapse. I'm driving across that county line. Once I do, I won't look back. Daylight knocking at my door. Step into the sun in times of peace. I'll go to war. Instigator. Sweet defeat, the sweetest wine. Pick your poison from the vine. Win or losing, I don't mind. just came to see all of it falling apart, and I watch as it burns. Instigator. Oi. Instigator. Instigator.
Come on, man. Yeah, right.
You just want. If I would have.
Yeah, you would've what, huh?
I could see in his eyes he was scared.
Yeah, terrified.
Oh, I still got this.
Oh man, I like this track. Now we're going all the way back. I missed stuff the first time around and it still took me 20 minutes. But at the same time, I want to, where's that pause? But all right, before I jump back into it, I want to clarify because sometimes old Rollen here is a ranting and raving lunatic. I get caught up on an idea and then just crap that idea out halfway through and pick up a new idea. And it's sometimes hard to follow. I understand that. If it was packaged like a TV dinner that you wanted to consume all the time, I'm not sure I'd be the one who wanted to produce it. So, point is, I admit sometimes I don't get any of the results I'm looking for. And hey, great reaction isn't it. Everything else is the meat and potatoes on this plate for me. I don't care about the dessert. I like it. It feels good. But I'm a renegade and I love Webby. Hey, I hear that. I don't know about being a renegade, but I'm definitely, just because of the whole, cult of personality thing, which you grasp. I tend not to align with the fan bases as much as a instigator of or rabble rouser within their base. I would use Nightwish and their solipsism based hardcore fans as an example. Moving on. Loving Webby was where we left off. They're both different and similar, like most of us. And I just was thinking about that. The bars that I felt reeked of pop culture gaming and my wondering how they muse off each other, I'm wondering if they enjoy gaming together. That would be an easy way for me to connect. For me, all opinions for entertainment, of course. But for me to pick kind of shit. I was looking for something. Be inspired. I think gaming is a good way to hook up with someone and spend some time and learn whether you enjoy their company or not. So, and I think most people are similar. They fit into certain archetypes, but then they have individual distinctions that make them special. But of course, we fit into a certain set of groups because that's how we function. I'll leave it with the archetypes and go from there. They stand for similar things, but in different contexts with different backgrounds, and I think that's really appropriate. So Webby's addressing, let's say, the ADHD and some of the chemical imbalances he might have suffered from, but with it seems like maybe a more upbeat take on it all. Sorry, y'all. I'm ASAP Rock sending me, reminding me I should probably do a reaction. I'm looking for my bike to come in. I really want to go get it. I think mental illness. I don't like. I am in no place to say this shit, but like self-care, mental illness, psychological issues. I think they both cover in a really good way, but differently. And then uh, pop culture, marijuana use or drugs, life at a uh, street level. None of it ever comes off as pretentious or elitist, in my personal opinion. Especially Ren. Ren definitely. And then I think that could be one of the problems with some of the subjects we're going to get to here. In different contexts, different backgrounds. I think they are good for each other, which is the gist of what we're going to get to. Not only as creative people, but as people who go about things in different manners. I think some people who follow Ren struggle with accepting he's a lot more than the sick boy they started following years ago. Almost like for some of them, it's impossible that he wants to talk about other things apart from his mental and physical health. Almost like they want him to close himself up, have no nuanced conversation. Very one dimensional view of a person and kind of strange. I'd co sign on that all day. That's why we, keep running our mouths on all this. Because I think there's a group that would never want anyone to change because they're more comfortable with the support it gives them at that level. And then to imagine the greedy position you must feel in the mirror looking at yourself going, hey, I'm the center of it all. It revolves around me. I cry about the plight of humanity all the time, but hey, always starting here first. So I mean, I think there's explanations to how people get to that spot, and then demand a sedentary, static existence for everything that they covet. As long as it sits still, I can enjoy it, which is funny because some of the crazy tinfoil hat shit we were talking about on the channel the other day, humans love. They were implying humans love stopping time when actually everything moves and flows. Everything is active at all times. We are a rock hurling through space and all that jazz. Not addressing any of you who live on a flat plane with a firmament dome above it. I'm not touching that one today. All right, so they don't want them to change. I agree with you there. Uh, um, I love most renegades and see this. I think most fan bases are 95% awesome. There are some that are 98% awesome. Yeah, no. Then there's Tool fans that just a 50-50, and man, you better say the right shit. I love most renegades, but some are not understanding the message. I'm very glad Ren feels strong enough to express other areas of his thoughts and that he's having open conversations with everybody. And I mean, Ren and Webby are together, are creative and instigators. Oh man, I love it. Now, we're not going to use one of the AI answers here because I think this covers it. I hope the commenter shows up. Let me fix this. Without taking a shot at any Webby's video productions, because some of that shit is fun as hell. I'm gonna try not to be insulting, but I'm gonna say that Webby's, Ren's video production are a little more indie film-esque, and there's some substance there, and I think he's got and I would assume highly involved in the creative process, um, and if a lot of oversight in the video stuff, uh, or if he's just picking the right people, telling a really he tells a pretty good message visually sometimes. I think I would think that's a safe statement. So to me, Instigator here, I'm sure it exists as a track all by itself, but this video carries weight to me in the messaging. And I didn't notice the coat here at first because, I'm easy and was instantly impressed with the little handshake shit. And, I'm distracted. And then I realized the moment you're distracted, you start missing shit. Oh, I'm enjoying the moment. What did I miss as I enjoyed that? Well, it turns out I didn't see the raw 5 on the coat once the first couple times around. Now, I think it's an easy miss. I think, was there a strap?
Instigator.
Yeah, just strap. So maybe, maybe it just, you miss it. But then this is kind of what I think. I think a lot of this is, I don't think the numbers lie. I think Ren has a little hotter fan base at the moment. And I think this has got some strong messaging that you can believe what you want, but my boy Webby got some shit going for himself. He might have weathered some of the shit that's actually making me struggle. And I don't know. I'm just going by the bars and kind of what I feel. I'm usually wrong about a lot of this shit, so I'm not pretending I'm right. But for me, it feels kind of like an admission that there's a little. Maybe he did some stuff that I'd like to do, and maybe the system looking to have me sign and sell out so someone else can go to the bank on my name. Maybe that don't look too promising. And I think there's a ton of love to Webby in this video, which means nothing about disrespect to Ren, right? That's where it gets weird. But at some points you go, hey, he's giving some love. Because I noticed it's like getting into the van. It's if you're taking it as a video, as a message in the video, well, he's getting into the van with Webby, not the other way around. And I don't know enough about the pig mask. I don't know enough about the context, right? Because I do too much shit on the channel. If I was a one-trick pony, I'd probably be able to just deliver bars upon bars of ideas to you about what I think of all of it, but I don't know.
Instigator.
But I think that would have purpose and meaning in the messaging that I'm projecting onto it. I just don't know enough how to interpret it. But I think it's messaging. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Instigator.
I was just being a smartass. I think it's awesome. And then I think the bars and the fight scene, I already covered most of that. So I think that's about it. I really, I missed that the first time. I sure missed that. The van, I see that this time. And then, yeah, so this time around, it felt like the flow into Webby's bars. That's why I thought maybe there's a gaming component to their friendship.
Times of peace, I'll go to war. Instigator. Instigator.
Yeah.
Instigator.
Meds pop, dread locked in, you could get got. Light a cig with the dead eye for the headshot. Feds watch, we the sickest puppies in the pet shop.
And they ain't fucking with the sick boy and the web drop.
Hell nah, we them whack jobs with the mice fours. Strike first, the attack dogs. We ignite wars, run things from a dark cell. Let the psych ward choke them to death with the mic cord. See, I went to battle in Athens. I spilled the blood of Olympus. Stepped through the ashes of castles and torn asunder my critics.
And then at the same time, I think, if the cipher is real and I'm 100% projecting. But definitely the flexes could be, especially because if I'm tying it all together to the video, I have the power to tell those douchebags in suits off. And if you didn't realize it, when you're down, beaten, and broken by them, don't know what to do, so ready to sign, I'd go clean that shit up and carry you home. Because I enjoy your company, I like you, and let me take you under my wing. Now, your peeps don't see it that way, but that could be what it is. And then in the end, I keep coming back to, how does the musing work? How does the feed? Is it just they start talking and next thing you know, bam, shit, that's a good idea. Yeah, we could do that. I relate to that a lot. So it ended up on Patreon, but I was just ranting about that and my old guitarist a little bit. So very cool, very cool. Now Instigator's just fire. Just thought we'd hold on to that hit a little bit longer. I was gonna double it up with that MGK thing because boy, ruffles a lot of feathers. Okay, that's cool. At the same time, the Fred Durst and all that thing, and bringing groups together, I think is the core of what I was thinking about, and it could have went a couple different ways. Because I'm pretty sure I could find some pretentious haters in the MGK side, right? But the Biscuit got a few down to earth. Might be slinging meth from the trailer park group, and there's some different viewpoints going on, and in the end, I don't really care where you like it. It's probably beneficial that more than one idea is allowed to flow around you. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe holding on to that hit. Oh, Rolling Green was just like, hey, Instigator is a banger. I'm gonna do a little more on that, and I think it's well worth it. It's a fucking kick-ass track. And I don't think I'm going to get tired of this stuff. Honestly, if I had the skill set, which I don't, I'm not that guy. I'm good at push and record. I would have looped that. I think that looped under the background of like the ranting and raving portion would have been really cool. Very happy, and brought it a little more upbeat as we were taking a shot at the cult members who place artists on pedestals to worship, not to get inspired and learn anything from, but just to worship. Don't do that. Later.